In this video, we're going to talk about the sole proprietor one-way buy-sell plan. Now, with this plan, it's a little different because you have a sole proprietor who is the sole owner of a business. And so, one thing to think about is how do you set up a buy-sell when you just have one owner? And the answer is that you identify a key employee that will be the one that is designated in the agreement that will be buying out the sole proprietor. And typically you have a couple different triggering events. That buyout will occur in the event of the death, disability, or retirement of the sole proprietor business owner. So let's talk a little bit about sort of how this works and how it's funded. Typically, the key employee will purchase a life insurance policy on the sole proprietor, and also typically you're going to use a life insurance policy that has cash values. And there's a number of different ways that the policy can be funded over time. And the reason you do that, obviously with the life insurance in the event of the death of the sole proprietor, you have the funding, the key employee has the funding they need to do the buyout. But as the business owner gets closer to retirement, one of the things you can do, sort of a double duty, is you can have the life insurance policy accumulate cash values, which then the key employee can use for the buyout, or if you structure the agreement as an installment buyout. So those are a couple of the things that you can do to deal with funding. Another option that's available is to purchase disability income on the sole proprietor. So in the event of their disability, there'd be funding available for the buyout. Now, the advantages to the sole proprietor with this type of arrangement are that they know that in the event of their death, disability, or retirement, they're going to have a plan in place to get a fair price for the value of their business. And that creates a lot of certainty in their overall planning that they're trying to do. It creates a lot of known variables in terms of their estate and their heirs and so on. The advantages to the key employee, and in some cases it's more than one key employee, are that even though they're not an owner now, they know that there's a succession plan in place that will allow them to buy the business over time. And that creates a lot of benefits in terms of the overall business, having to do with stability, because you have a sole proprietor that understands exactly what the future is going to look like relative to the ultimate buyout of the business and the value. And you have a key employee or a key employee group that also knows that if something happens to the business, to the sole proprietor, or if once that sole proprietor gets to retirement, they know that they're in line to be able to purchase the business. So that's just a quick summary. Sole proprietor, one-way buy-sell. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is kind of take you through the website a little bit. Again, I'm scrolling below the video box. And what you're going to come to right below the video box is the document set that is provided with the Documents on a Disk software to help you implement this plan. And you can see, as you're looking here with me, the first document is the highlights of the plan. This is a written summary of the plan that we'll get into in a little bit more detail here just in a second. And then you'll see a number of other documents that are provided with the software that help you implement the plan. Perhaps the most important of this document set is the sample agreement. And that's the legal agreement that sort of spells out what the rights and obligations are of the different parties to the agreement. And so if we scroll down a little bit further below the document set, you'll see that we've included the highlights of the plan. And the way the highlights of the plan is organized is the first section has a brief summary of the plan. The next section shows the advantages to the key employee. The next section shows the advantages to the current owner's estate and heirs with the plan. And then the final section talks about the advantages to the current owner. One other thing that I'd like to show you, if you go back to the home page at documentsonadisk.com and then scroll down below the video box and you'll see the buy-sell agreement section. Go ahead and click in there. And you'll see as you scroll down that the first listing is the business buy-sell flowcharts. Go ahead and click on that. And what I wanted to show you is that with the Documents on a Disk software, in addition to all the different documents for each of the different plans, in many cases we also have flowcharts that help with explaining the plan to clients or business associates. And as you can see, as you scroll down, you can see all the different flowcharts for the different buy-sell plans. And let's just click on the first one so you can see an example of one of the flowcharts. We included, for the first two, we included these on the website so you could get an idea of what they look like. So go ahead and click the first one, the sole proprietor one-way buy-sell, and you can see the flowchart that we created for that planning option. So that is a quick summary on the sole proprietor one-way buy-sell. We hope this plan is useful to you.